as they are getting a bigger boost in the transfer news and all the things that are happening. And also we have news coming from Barcelona as well, that the man, they've been working so hard to get him out of the team. He will be staying at the club. So remember, I promised you guys that I want to bring a video that covers almost like the wins and the lose of this season. So that is gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to postpone it a little bit so that I give you, but also just a little bit of a recap of what happened today. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, guys, and don't forget to share this video. It helps us a lot. Like, we grow a lot when you subscribe, so please do that. Just get rid of that. If you're a person who enjoys football, likes to talk about football, or wants to hear something new every day about football, so this is the transfer news later in the evening today, where I'm gonna have to cover some situations that are happening. Like, firstly, we need to cover the Luis Suarez not going to Juventus now because of some things that have changed. At the same time, we need to talk about other issues like Reguilon and Tottenham and Manchester United. Remember, this saga keeps coming on. They're just refusing to end. But that's what we love about this transfer news. It always surprises you. When you think you got it figured out, something happens. So earlier in the morning, when I did my transfer news, when I was covering the news of the day, I was talking about Reguilon being said that they've actually progressed so well with the club, which is Manchester United, that Real Madrid and Manchester United were about to reach an agreement for Sergio Reguilon. But something has just changed from nowhere, guys. It's just crazy. Like, you can't put your hands into this situation. When you think you've got it figured out, something new just comes and changes situations in your eyes. So okay, let's talk about it. I want to hear your thoughts also, guys. I want to hear your thoughts. What are you thinking? How do you see this situation coming to an end? Because as much as we thought there, so what we are being told, and we are being led to believe, is that the situation at hand is this: Manchester United wants Sergio Reguilon, and it's willing to pay the amount that Real Madrid are asking of. But there are some terms, or small terms, that Real Madrid wants to put in this transfer contract before it happens. So Real Madrid are thinking of they want to put a transfer clause in the decision of the player moving away to Manchester United, so that whenever they wanted the player, they can just get him. So the issue, or the situation, the thing that we don't know right now, what exactly are they saying in this clause? So I was listening to Football Terrace with Terry, who was giving us information that is really pivotal, or that is very important in this deal for it to happen. Maybe in the transfer clause, what Madrid are saying is that they want to give, like, they might say that they want to give an offer that they will have to pay when they want the player back. So if that is the case, then that could be a problem. And also remember, when you are putting a buyback transfer clause, then you have to set, maybe saying that after how many years the player has played in your club, that's when you want him. So maybe they might be saying as soon as next season, which in that case it might make sense that United might not be a little bit agreeing on that. At the same time, remember, if the player moves to the club wherever he's going, what is going to happen is that the player is going to be developed. That is a fact that we all know that is going to happen. The player is going to be developed. So the question we have, all of us, we don't know, how much is this club saying that they're willing to give to how much they are willing to say in this clause. All those things have not yet been revealed. That's why it has been so hard for us to actually judge the situation of what is happening here, and to actually tell when the deal was going to be agreed. But in all, it seems like from the morning, it seemed like something was coming out that was actually making sense in terms of Manchester United were getting what they want, and it seemed like it was moving exactly according to the way they as a team wants it. But now there's a turn of events. So earlier this evening, before reaching this time, like this late hours where I'm giving you this information, in fact, I'll show you. Let me just say, I'll show you when I'm showing you the screen so that you see what has happened, what has changed, and how it is affecting United now after they have worked so hard to keep the player or to get the player. So it's really crazy to see what's going to happen here and how it's going to play out. Let's just sign. Okay. Okay. So it's crazy. We have to wait and see how this goes, because it's gonna change a lot of things, guys. If you'll be looking at it at our point of view, like wondering, like for example, I'm not a fan of either the club. I don't support anybody in those clubs, so I'm not really affected with this situation. But this is something that is happening, and this is gonna hinder or it's gonna affect United more because they worked so hard for this player. And if it is to be believed, he's not the only player, according to the reports that are coming out. So, okay, I think the best way to explain this situation, let me go back to the story that was released earlier in the morning. And of course, I always use Transfer Life because when you see stories in this story in this page, it means they've been actually been approved. So, let me show you guys what is happening. So also in the morning we just realized that Grealish signed a new 5-year contract with Aston Villa, which is another transfer target of United who has just slipped away from them. So let me say that it's not looking so good for the United player supporters, in fact even the bosses, because the things that they've been working so hard to build, they're all falling into shambles. So I want to show you the information that we're reading in the morning. That's why I have to actually go back to the first part where the story. Okay, let me make sure that you guys are able to see my screen so that you can actually see where we are and where we are coming from. So earlier this morning when I was doing my transfer news, this is the news that I gave to you guys, that Sergio Reguilon is very close to joining Manchester United. That was 1 day ago. So it seems like there was actually something that was happening in terms of the agreement of the deals and everything that was set between the player, the management, and what was supposed to happen. So that's the information we were told. Let's move. We want to show you other information if there's still anything. Oh, Tottenham, they were busy chasing on the striker in the morning. That part that we knew also. And Obama signed the new contract. If you didn't know, it's actually good as now today. So now, like, let me just say, a few hours ago, as I wait for this thing to load, they are saying that Tottenham now they're interested in coming after Sergio Reguilon. They want him. Oh, here. That's where the issue is. The story is 5 hours ago, Tottenham Hotspurs have entered the race to sign Sergio Reguilon with a 30 million bid this afternoon. So 30 million euro bid was the money that United and like Real Madrid had actually agreed upon. Spurs have also accepted Real Madrid's insistence of having a buyback clause, something Manchester United refused. That is Fabrizio Ramon. So I'm saying Romaron. So usually what happens whenever you see information that is coming from this man, I always say this is actually true. Whenever the source is Fabrizio Romano, then it's actually very, very true. So you need to believe it. So all day so long we've been hearing good news how United are so close in fulfilling this deal and getting this done and actually getting the player that they've always wanted. And a lot of United supporters and even the management. It seemed like business was going so well after even losing Grealish, that they were interested in him after he signed a new contract, keeping him into club up to 2025. So it means now Aston Villa can ask how much money they want. So we knew that maybe that might not be happening anytime soon. But they were now left with two deals. Remember, United are interested in bringing Gareth Bale, at the same time they're interested in bringing Sergio Reguilon. Now that Tottenham have entered this race and they've actually put the same bid that United have put, at the same time they're saying in this case they are not even afraid and they are willing to actually accept whatever regulation that Madrid is setting. So it means that's a situation where, and this actually automatically makes Tottenham now the front runners according to Real Madrid's book, if this is correct, which we know that is now correct because now a lot of people have talked about it. It is now correct. So what is now the effect now? What is this going to cause? How is this going to affect the movement of the club and whatever they were setting in terms of who they needed at the club? I wonder what happened. Who did they focus on? Because we have never been told if they had another player that they were going to go after if they fail on this deal. It was only him and him alone. Now that it's falling apart or it's already fallen apart, what is next for the club? That's all the questions that we are all asking, and we wonder how is this going to be sorted. I was feeling something here. So let me hear from the United supporters. How do you see this thing happening? Let me hear your thoughts. I want to hear your comments. Put your comments down below. I'll check them out when you're actually there or whatever, what time will be. How do you see this affecting you? Because you already got your man and everything was set. Now, with this new change or this new twist, what's next for you? That's all the questions I will be looking for you to answer. We will wait and see what happens. Let's move on to the other news, which is coming from Barcelona. So they're saying that Luis Suarez is not expected to sign with Juventus, which is the top scorer we have. His Italian passport will be issued to him too late for him to sign before end of transfer window. So what we know about this case is that Luis Suarez said to go do, is it like learning or something that he was supposed to do, so that he learn Italian, so that he get a passport, so that he can actually join the club, because he was the number one target of the club. But now, because of the case or the issue that we are being told that his passport is going to come a little bit later than when Juventus is going to actually sign the player. And I was like to myself, why can Juventus just sign the player now and wait until the passport is just approved, which is just common sense, which other people do. They just sign him, then they put him back at the Barcelona until the passport is actually approved. Something that they did here, they didn't actually reveal to us how long is he expected to wait as we wait for his passport. In fact, if I may say that wasn't really revealed to us. I'm just saying here as a fan wondering why can they just get this done with, so that this guy can actually have a new home, because Barcelona have made it so clear that his home at Barcelona is no more. So we have to wait and see what happens in terms of the development of the case. But that's why we're being told that Luis Suarez is no longer expected to sign with Juventus. It means now they might be focusing on Zeko now and trying to bring other players. So tell me your thoughts, guys. Let me hear your thoughts. How do you see this playing out, like coming to end? How do you see this actually reaching out to the end? Because that's what we are now wondering, what's going to happen from this, because nobody expected this new turn or this new twist that we're getting in this case, but we have them now. And the best way to deal with this type of twist is actually just talk about them and seeing if there is any way that is going to play in terms of Luis Suarez switching from that blue and the red color to that white and black color. So that's the developments we have from you guys. So let me see if I have any other news that I can cover for you right now, because remember, we are just talking about the transfer news. So I'll be back again today early in the afternoon or in the morning, talking more about the transfer news or the news that are happening of that day. At the same time, moving on to some transfer news as we try to talk about what's happening next in the games of the Premier League that are coming next week, which is game season 2, which the biggest game of them all is actually Liverpool versus Chelsea, or it's Chelsea versus Liverpool, because Chelsea is the one that is at home. So that is going to be interesting to see the development of that one and how it's going to affect a lot of people and how this is going to play in the eyes or in the mind of those people who be watching the game. So we'll just wait and see how the development goes. But please do us a favor, guys, click the subscribe button. Don't forget to share this video and subscribe for more, because we do the videos like this every day. I don't even have to say anything. You know that new videos are dropped each and every day in this page. So that's the cases we have. So on other transfer news, Dan Dioseko has now signed Jorginho Paquet on loan from Kilian from loan from Figo with an option to buy next season. So good for them. We don't really know about them. Dan Dio has now completed the signing of Joao Colli on a £14 million long-term contract. Okay, that we don't know as well. Gareth Bale as agent. Jonah Bet. Gareth still loves Spurs and was talking while we in Spurs we are talking. Gareth Bale loves Spurs. We are talking. It's where he wants to be. BBC reports. That's this guy. So, like I was saying, that it's really a bad day in the office for the Manchester supporters or it's everyone from the Manchester. They were actually linked with Gareth Bale, bringing him. Remember, but Gareth Bale made sure that he wants to leave the La Liga giants, Real Madrid, and he wants to go join any club that actually takes him. And we were told and we were led to believe that the club that he was going to go to was none other else than Manchester United, because it seems like they were actually interested in bringing Gareth Bale. So now the information we're being told is that the player is actually interested in going to Tottenham. So that's another loss again for Real Madrid, for Manchester United. Remember, they were linked with the Reguilon. Now they're losing this player. So we wonder what is going to happen and how is that going to affect them moving on. And for Tottenham, this could be actually a good signing for them with the way Harry Kane was performing. I think he needs somebody who can actually challenge for his jersey. Please don't forget to subscribe if you are new to this channel. Don't forget to like or share this video on your social media. So this will be a big challenge for Harry Kane, because he was playing very badly, and Jose needs some players to pick up the club and actually new blood, which is gonna motivate. And if they can bring Reguilon and Gareth Bale in the same week, that will be a bigger boost than what we saw against Everton in the first game of the Premier League. So I want to hear what you think, the Tottenham fans or any Manchester United fans, about this case. How do you see it developing, and do you think you can actually get this deal done rather than losing from what is happening right now? Because a lot of things are happening and a lot of changes are happening as well. So I'm waiting to hear from you guys. How do you see it happening and the development of the cases as we move on? Because you were supposed to be signing Reguilon, talking about Manchester United, but that is now gone. You were not really gone, but now it's now in the hands. It's now hanging in the balance because Tottenham are fighting to get the player. You were also supposed to sign Gareth Bale, according to the reports that we heard. Now that is actually now imposed second, because the player is now interested in going to the former club, which is Tottenham. So I want to hear your thoughts, guys. I want to hear what you think. Put it there in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to like, because we do videos about football each and every day. We talk football almost all the time. So please do us that favor by clicking the subscribe button and actually liking this video. So on another issue, on another incident that we might be missing out, that we're not really paying as much attention as we could. Let me show you. It's actually another news that is coming from Barcelona. So Olympias, the president, has claimed that Barcelona's financial situation means they can't even afford to make an offer for Memphis to pay. Barcelona will need to sell players before making kind of a bid. Go is the source of the story. So now this becomes so interesting, because with the way Barcelona were making noise in the transfer this summer, linking themselves with a lot of players: Gini Ronaldo, Sergio Mane, Mohamed Salah, Memphis Depay. Who else? Was it a player from Everton? I'm trying to remember his name. Even I don't know. I don't really know. Please remind me if you know. And a lot of players. we were expecting that they were gonna do, but in terms of their financial situation, they cannot even manage or afford to make any player become theirs this summer. This is just really crazy. That's why now we heard that they were asking Messi to actually go through a process of a pay cut, because they were paying him just crazy amount of money if a player wants to leave. So we have to see on the developments of that and what is going to happen. But that's the information we have. But it's gonna be interesting. But the other issue that is gonna be interesting, we let's go back on this Suarez information. How do you see this affecting or actually helping the player? Because he was interested in going to the club that he was interested in going to, but now it seems like it's gonna be impossible. We wanna hear your thoughts and how this is gonna go on. Please leave your thoughts down in the comments below and don't forget to subscribe. Like I say, if you're a person who loves football and who loves to talk about football, please do us a favor, click the subscribe button and share this with every person on your social media so that they know. And also you can always visit your new Facebook. There's a group that is made, which is for the Football Connect, where we talk about football and whatever that is happening in the developments of football. So like I was saying, tomorrow I promise that I'll be doing of that team of the week and the player of the week and stuff. I'm still sorting them out and I'll just put them out there. At the same time, we'll see whatever we have to cover. At the same time, don't miss out the transfer or the news of the day that I'll be dropping maybe around 11 or maybe around 12, somewhere that time. But I think it's going to be around 11 so that you see what is happening in the world of football. At the same time, don't miss out later stage. Like I'm telling you, we'll be talking about the team of the week at the same time as we build up to the biggest week that is coming, which is game 2, match day game 2, where we're going to see some interesting club playing. So this has been Sam, your host for the Football Connect, and you have been the friends. Thank you very much for watching. I hope to see you on another video. Please show your appreciation for this by